And today, we're reacting to Young Thug's album release is F. I feel like yes and no, just because of the anticipation of everything, though all the things that have been said, and it's like, and there's been no music by him that's dropped yet. It's like, you really want to know, like, and see, like, come on, man, you know what's going on. The second part of that is really almost the same thing, just a different font, like looked at in a different way. As well as he didn't give us two very good songs. I don't care. Them two songs he done put out so far, I know he was responding to stuff, but they wasn't. Let's get into it, man. Let's do it.
What's poppin', y'all? Contrary to popular belief currently, I do not want to see Young Thug fail, and that's why I'm really interested to see if this album even comes out. It's set to drop on the 19th. We got the dates from
the 19th of this month? Really?
Of reputable sources that usually report on when albums are going to drop, but I just can't help but feel just an ounce under certainty, because I would say I'm certain, but I am not 100%. But
I don't feel like that's happening, just because I know he fighting other things. Like that's exactly why, because he's fighting other things. Like he's fighting things that are essentially just like they're just too much, you know what I'm saying? They're too much to even focus on just on music, so it's not like nothing's really good, but maybe that works. I don't know.
Under certain that there is no way on God's green earth that this album drops the 19th.
No
Red
way.
Planet. We first just got Miss My Dogs out on streaming services on the 12th, and that's got 250,000 streams right now. But to be fair, it did most of the streams that it would have gotten on streaming. It ended up.
Now that song is also a trending sound though. Like, regardless of how you feel about the song, again, like I said, I don't feel like it was very good. Well, pick up the phone, dog, talk to me, it's Spider. I've been seeing that trend on TikTok. So
getting on Twitter and
he got, like, it's still Young Thug, right?
People reposting it and Instagram and the YouTube video versus the actual streaming platform. And part of the reason why I say there's no way that they're gonna let Young Thug drop on the 19th is, number one, Young Thug himself, I haven't seen him post that he was going to drop on the 19th, the album. He is talking about the album, but I haven't seen that from him.
And
number two, if they're gonna, and it does make sense that Young Thug would drop an album right now, it's either hit or miss. It's either you got bangers on there and it's gonna make everybody forget about what's been going on the past several weeks, and really since your release, but the past several weeks is when everything amped up because of the leaked jail calls that have been coming out, as well as the interrogation that resurfaced and got a lot more attention thanks to, I believe it was Seti Nash, but Trap Lord Ross really kicked it into gear, and then academics reacting to it, etc. But Cardi B is dropping on the 19th. And what you would want Young Thug to have for certain is a #1 album. Like, if you want to repair
Cardi B beating Thug, I don't think that one happens, you see. I don't think Cardi B beats Thug, even with everything going on. Like, I don't think that
whatever's
happens.
been going on with Young Thug, you want him to have a #1. And Young Thug is on Atlantic. He's on the same exact record label as, well, 300 is on Atlantic. He's on the same exact record label as Cardi B. And Cardi B has been having one of the best rollouts that we've ever seen. She was recently just on the Jennifer Hudson show. When I dropped this, she might be on Kai Cenat. But she had already linked with Phantom and was doing a stream with him. Phantom gave his thoughts on Cardi B. And Phantom is somebody that doesn't really do celebrity collabs. Him and Duke Dennis. So I'm gonna play you guys the clip of Phantom talking about that.
Bro, on top of that though, I ain't gonna lie again, I'm gonna keep it a buck. Most like celeb people I know, I met before, that's my first time meet up. They be on some weird shit. I ain't gonna lie again. They be on some weird, I don't know, like the energy be weird, gang. That's why I don't with nobody. I'm gonna just keep it a buck, check. That's why you don't see me doing shit with nobody, bro. Cause I don't, you see what I'm saying? Yo, fam. Cardi though, very down to earth, you feel me? Very, very herself, you feel me? Not trying to not trying to be somebody else, like, it's just good energy, bro. You feel me? So shout out to Cardi, shout out to her whole team, you feel me? And shout out to New York, you feel me? Fact, you from NYC, man, Spam W, no bull. Shout to the whole Bronx too. You know what I'm saying? Know that.
That was them linking up. She was just on the Jennifer Hudson show, which is filmed in Burbank, California, which is in LA. It's right next to LA. They have a lot of offices and like media spaces in Burbank. I think it's known for that. She was passing out. She was selling CDs on the side of the street.
Wow.
You know what it is. It's promo. She's not actually handing out the CDs, or we would have seen it leak. And nobody had even gotten the track list until she recently said all the features that were going to be on it, which is Cash Cobain, Cash Cobain is getting a lot of...
He's getting a lot of love. He would just had that Drake song with, they like redid Somebody Loves Me or something like that. They just redid it, put him on there, kind of flipped it a little bit.
Looks now, and he's somebody that is an example of somebody that blew up in New York and the tri-state, and he's had talent. He even had a song with J. Cole, if you guys don't remember. I think it's the Grippy song, unless I'm confusing him with somebody else.
That's a horrible record. I do not like this.
But there's no way that I am. She's got Janet Jackson on there, Kalani on there, Lizzo, Megan Thee Stallion.
Janet Jackson.
Selena Gomez. The last song that they had together was WAP. It's interesting to see Megan Thee Stallion here, but it does make sense because Cardi B and Nicki are forever ops, and Megan Thee Stallion and Nicki are definitely not cool. Selena Gomez, I'm interested to see what that sounds like. Summer Walker, y'all know I mess with Summer Walker heavy. Nah, I don't mess with Summer Walker. I mess with Summer Walker a lot more than I speak.
Summer got that Mike Jack nose, huh?
On her, I'll say that. And Tyler, so she's got all these features. None of these.
Yeah, she got all the ladies on there. She got Dirk on there and Kanye. Dang, hold on. She got Dirk and Kanye on there on one song. Who that? Who this? Lotto. Wait. Yeah, Lotto. Offset. Wait, what is this? What is this I'm looking at? Rob 49. Is this really? What is this? I must be tripping.
Walker a lot more than I speak on her. I'll say that. And Tyler. So she's got all these features. None of these leaked. She was also doing like the selling candy promo. She was doing all of... She also had this collaboration with DoorDash where you can order this bodega thing. So what I really like about Cardi is how involved
she's getting busy.
She's been in her rollout. Like it sounds like they actually sat down with her and she said, this is what I want it to look like. Can we collaborate with these brands? Because you're not going to make this stuff up. People in offices, for the most part, are not going to make this stuff up to the T like this and it go perfect with her branding. And her branding is just her personality. She's not behaving in a way that is in any way, shape, or form different from how she usually behaves. And she's been full on it. She was on the Today Show as well. Or no, she's going to be on the Today Show tomorrow. And she's going to do a ton of different appearances. Like she's supposed to go from New York to Texas to even Long Beach. I think this is after she drops her album. So she's going to be in these stores. And Cardi B is a superstar. Granted, she has been out of the game for 7 years. Not out of the game, but she hasn't dropped an album in 7 years. But what I'm saying is,
I was like, bro, I feel like it's been a minute. I see. 7 years though. Yeah, that Bodak Yellow. Y'all remember when Bodak Yellow dropped? She was getting all the love.
This album is going number one. They're making sure this album is probably already number one, considering how much money has been spent on it and how long they've been selling these like pre-sales for the box sets, for the vinyls, for the signed CDs, and they're using moments that Cardi B's had recently too. So she's 100% going number one. There's a couple of other artists that are supposed to drop.
You know better than me, man. You the music guy. You know better than me, so you might be right.
YFN Lucci's supposed to drop, but he's not competition for Young Thug commercially at all. Huncho is supposed.
Which I'm gonna listen to that, and I'm definitely gonna listen to this Hunch. Definitely gonna listen to Hunch, man.
Supposed to drop. That's not competition. I think isn't he on 300? And Destroy Lonely's supposed to drop. So Young Thug, at best, he would get a number two. The way I look at it is like you want Young Thug to come back with a number one, especially when Gunna didn't get a number one. But the problem is if they drop next week, Doja Cat's dropping that week. And that's really the only actual competition that he would have, unless someone surprise drops. But Doja Cat's V album, he could outsell Doja Cat. It depends. A lot of these pop stars, it's hit or miss with their sales. Like Planet Her, that sold 120 something K first week. But what was the other one? The Skeleton album? I I'm forgetting the name. The one that had paint the town red. That one, I don't think that one sold as much as Planet Her. But over time, it went up because of the hits and other songs on that. So I'm anticipating that Young Thug does not drop on the 19th, and I think they're going to try to figure out a week where Young Thug can get a number one. Because if he does get a number one, I already know what we collectively are going to say. We're going to say, oh man, or we're going to joke about it. Yo, he bought himself a number one. It looks like he invested the money that he was going to.
Who was saying that? Was it Flacco? Somebody was saying how he's made his bed with that. Like he's lost.
Invest into Gunna. He decided to invest in himself and get a number one. I wouldn't say finally, because So Much Fun went number one, and so did Punk, and he was really trying. So one of the leaked jail calls was Young Thug trying to make sure that Business is Business went number one, but it was Morgan Wallen that just had that spot on lock. And as you heard from that call, if you haven't heard it, I've talked about it in a previous video. I may or may not insert the clip if I can find it again, but he really wanted that number one from Morgan Wallen. And that's somebody that's not on his label. He's like, yo, why didn't you tell me about that guy? So Thug clearly cares about chart positions, which every artist does. But on his own label, too, there's no way that he's going to let them drop his album on that day. And they were gearing up to roll out. And keep in mind, he was supposed to do a stream with Aiden Ross. That was in preparation for the album dropping, too. He canceled that stream because that was the day after the interview. And the interview didn't go as he had planned. He was recently tweeting at Quavo saying, like, yo, you know I mess with you after talking about the Migos business. I wouldn't say he necessarily talked bad about the Migos. He said, like, those guys just ain't making no money. Keep in mind, he didn't talk about Offset, or he didn't, like, apologize to Offset or say, like, yo, you know we're cool. And that's because Offset
rock with Gunna.
Was working with Gunna. He's dropped several songs with Gunna since Gunna's been released. So it is. So I don't know the situation right now with Quavo and Offset, how tight they are, because it felt like the glue to that whole situation was Takeoff. And there had been a little bit of static between those two guys, Quavo and Offset, but I think they buried the hatchet. So Young Thug doesn't have many allies, especially.
They should, bro. They should not be beefing. I get it. You don't want to make songs, even though that would be a good thing just for the culture and, like, you know, I'm sure certain things just go too deep, and he's like, we can't do it. Like, it's over with, can't do it. But it's just like, come on, guys. You know what I'm saying? We shouldn't be. It should never have gotten to that.
Especially not public ones. Like 21 Savage, we know he's talking to him behind the scenes from the information that Academics has divulged. Future hasn't really talked to him for a long time. Everyone that he apologized to is somebody that isn't talking to him, because that's just how Young Thug seems. So he's Future, Gucci Mane. Gucci Mane, he doesn't need him commercially. 21 Savage, I don't know if he's hopping on a song with him. Lil Baby is definitely not messing with him right now because of the whole situation with QCP. And those guys are in a really heated back and forth. So I don't know if 21 Savage appears on the Young Thug album. We haven't even gotten a track list for that. So this tentative release date is just complete cap. But the problem is the way that Young Thug can get people back on his side in the industry and these rappers to want to mess with him is if he drops some really hot stuff. And this is where everyone's paying attention to him. But if he waits another 2-3 months, all of this stuff cools off, but his hype also cools off, and the anticipation for new music also cools.
Yeah, it's kind of like if he posting the storm right now, it would be good for him from the perspective of, like, there's just so much, like, what's the next Young Thug thing that's gonna happen? You feel me? Like, you know, he kind of just went mute after that. Like, what's the next Young Thug thing that pops? And it's his album. We gonna be listening. We gonna listen. But hey, it can fall on deaf ears right now, bro. It could get, like, people could look at this and talk mad crazy.
And I don't know if he wants that. But I also don't know the situation with his label right now, because I know they were frustrated several months ago because they had started, if you guys remember, they were shipping out these spiders. They shipped out a spider to Blackboy Max and I think a couple of other people, and they were really gearing up to roll the album out. And then Young Thug I think he just put a stop to it, and then we get this entire mess. So I think they're probably like, man, this guy's... I don't know if they would actually punish him by dropping his album the same day as Cardi B, but I do see them doing something like putting him on a little bit of a timeout, even though he is the biggest... I think he's putting himself on a timeout, to be fair. And he is one of the biggest acts that they've got within hip-hop, at least. And hip-hop's not selling like it was during, even 3+ years ago. A lot of other genres are selling, and I think that's why they're investing so much of the budget into Cardi B, because they're like, yo, she's our hip-hop, somewhat pop, star, and we're gonna cake off the genre from her. And Young Thug, we'll see.
You're doing too much.
We gave him a chance. We were gearing up to drop the album, and he didn't want to drop it. And now we got a lot more to deal with, and Cardi B's a priority. But let me know what y'all think in the comments. Do you think this might actually drop on the
Word? Yeah, it's looking weird for him, bro. He's fumbling. That being said, y'all let me know what y'all think. Like the video, so up, comment that. Been interested channel. I appreciate your great feel. We going edgy lad.